Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So, a few days back, I posted this success story on my page. This is a specific person's success story, and I asked all of you if you would want me to explain it here on YouTube. So, here it is. So in this video, I will be explaining this success story. I will be telling you some tips that you can use from this story, and if you are in a similar situation, what are some things that you can work on, and what are some things that this person worked on that has actually helped her get what she wanted. So I will start by reading this success story. So this girl texted me, "Hi Karan sir. Sir, last time when my SP called me, I didn't pick up his call. But last night he called me and asked me for marriage and said that I want to come in a relationship with you. I said I don't trust your words, and I will get to this point later, and prove it through your actions. He even said that I will propose as you say. He also said that I will grovel on your feet, and every time you ask me to come to and the place where she lives, I will come there. Whatever you say will happen." And this girl actually came to me after this success story. She had some queries, so she actually booked a call. We have already had that call. We have already solved her problem. And now after that, I'm only recording this video because in this video, I wanted to cover everything in detail, because she had one of the most complex situations, not one of the most, but a situation that a lot of you guys are involved in. So I thought that making a video about this would be helpful for all of you. So first I will explain to you what her situation was, and throughout this video I will keep giving you tips on what we actually worked on so that you can use that in your situation. I will also tell you what we talked about in our last session and what her real reservation was, because after she got this success, she wasn't really ready to receive it. And that is where we had this conversation, after which she got what she wanted. So I will talk about that in the end, because at first I think it's important to cover the first part. So let's get to it. When she came to me, she was involved in a third party situation. There was this guy who she was involved with. They were not in a commitment, and it was because he was not giving her the commitment. She came from a very insecure place, and she kept chasing this guy, and she kept calling, she kept texting again and again asking for commitment, but he never actually gave her any commitment, and he was very hot and cold. Now, how he was hot and cold was that he used to give her some kind of attention and love through texts, and then he would disappear. The second thing was that he was hot and cold in his actions, which means that he used to say that I will come to meet you, but never did. He used to tell her that I will start this relationship with you and we will start to do these things together, but never did. And it came to a point where on a regular basis, on a daily basis, he was going back and forth on his words. And sometimes he will text her and then disappear for days, things like that. And there was also another person involved, a third party involved. And this third party actually came from a place where this girl literally knows how she manifested that, because she was actually projecting her insecurities onto him, chasing him consistently. He had to play the role of someone who had to have another person, because her insecurities were being projected onto her. And this third party was someone who he was sort of talking to, slightly dating, things like that, because he never actually was in a commitment with this girl. And that is when she came to me. So let me tell you why she was in this situation and what are the things that we actually worked on. So there were a few reasons, and of course I cannot share everything in this video because I have to be respectful of her personal life. And if I'm sharing this video here, it's because I have taken permission from her before sharing this video here. So when we were in that situation, why she was in this situation in the first place was, first, she came from a background, a childhood, where she was never given the full kind of attention that a child needs, which means that she always thought that, and this happened with her and her father, that she always consistently used to try to please him through getting good marks, through doing the activities that he liked, through doing all these things just to get his attention. And that's what she thought love is. That's what she thought male attention is. Secondly, the relationship between her parents was not so good, and not so good in a level that it was like a traditional relationship. And traditional relationships, to the full extent, can somewhere not come from a good place. So it was that the male was the dominant figure and not in a very healthy way. The female was the submissive figure and not in a healthy way. And it kept going on in a manner of, I need to actually take out some information because I cannot share everything. But yeah, it was not a good relationship. The third thing was that throughout her life, she hadn't been into any romantic relationships which were healthy. She had been in relationships which were slightly back and forth and which were not the full relationships. And when she came to me looking for a quick fix. So the first thing that I actually told her is that, hey, this is not going to be a quick fix situation. This is not going to be a situation where you're just magically going to get what you want. If you want what you want, then my end for you and your end for yourself should be the same, because my end for you is that you receive the full relationship, and your end for yourself should be that I achieve the full relationship, not a text, not a call, not this back and forth scenario that you're going for. I want you to achieve what you want, and you should be in alignment to that, because if we want the results, then we want the results fully. We don't want these half-hearted things that we have been getting till now. We don't want to celebrate a call or a text message that he has given us. We want the full results, and for that we will have to work on ourselves. And she kindly agreed. This is one of those people where, and this happens a lot of times, that I tell these things to a client and they say that they will do the work, but they don't. And it's a very unfortunate situation, because over a period of time, what I have realized as a coach is that sometimes people just won't change. And that's not on me. That's not on you. That's not on anyone. It's just that in that moment in their life, they're not ready to change. So even when I share your analysis with you, even when I share the things that you are doing that are not going well, if you don't put in the work, there is not going to be a change. And what you have to understand is that if there is no change, it majorly affects you. Yes, it affects me as a coach. I'm emotionally invested towards you. I care about you. Yes, it hurts your family, it hurts your friends, but it majorly hurts you, because you are the one who has to suffer through the pain that you are going through. Anyway, getting back to the topic, what we actually then worked on. So first, we introduced the concept of boundaries in our life. The thing is that, and this might sound surprising to a lot of you, but for a lot of people, they don't know what a boundary looks like. I have a separate video with practical examples on how to put boundaries. I will post it down in the description below. You can check it out. But she did not even know what a boundary looks like. And the reason that she did not know what a boundary looks like was because she never has had a good self-concept about herself in the first place. So the second thing that we worked on was majorly her self-concept. What she actually deserves. What she actually thinks she deserves and what she should deserve. And that is where the major difference started to happen. The third thing that we had to work on was we had to learn together what a healthy relationship should look like for her. And this is someone who has been working with me for a long time. So we had to define what a healthy relationship should look like for her and what she would define as a healthy relationship. Because what she was involved into was not in the first place a relationship, and secondly, it was not healthy. So we had to learn to define it for ourselves, what a healthy relationship looks like. And as we defined that, that is a definition that we had to stick to, and that is the person that we had to first become. The next thing that we worked on was safety. She did not feel safe being loved. And this is one of the issues that came up later, and I will explain that to you. She did not feel safe being loved. And she felt that if she's being loved, it means that it is either someone lying to her, it is either someone mistreating her in some way or playing some games. And she had consistent trust issues because the love that she got from her father was a love which was always back and forth. The love that she had gotten in relationships was a love that was back and forth. And the love that she had gotten from this person particularly was back and forth too. So she had never actually understood that love can be permanent and love can be sustainable. After that, the last thing that we worked on was trust. And this was the major issue. So of course, we used a lot of techniques, a lot of methods, and got into a place where we could work on getting these habits. And we started improving her work life. She was waiting
Emotionally, we worked on that. A video on emotional waiting coming soon, so don't worry about that. But we worked on her emotionally waiting, we worked on her boundaries, we worked on her self-concept, we worked on her trust issues, we worked on her safety. But what happened is that is when this person started showing up. And this is not the first time that she's sending me a success story. I was just waiting for her to send me the full, like for her to receive the full thing for me to post about it. And she started receiving that success. And what now has happened is that this person, when he started coming to her consistently, even though she had worked on all these things, it was still difficult for her to believe that she can trust this person, because she was the one here carrying the old story into thinking that this person will be back and forth. And to a certain degree, she had proof in the past where she saw that this person was being back and forth. So of course, on a logical level, her trust issues were valid. But on a manifestation note, if we look at it from there, it was very easily understandable why this situation kept happening in the first place. It was because she never had boundaries, and it was being reflected out in the physical world. And the cherry on top was that she recently got an interview, a job opportunity in the exact state that this SP was in the exact place. So she had to move there now. And the call was just to ask me and just to work on this, to finally navigate to the level where she wanted to understand if I should go in this direction or not, if I should move or not, if I should be able to trust my person or not. And eventually we came to a decision that right now, her not trusting this person, when he's right now showing evidence opposite to that, is only her holding on to the old story when the old story doesn't exist anymore. And now I think she will be moving in a few days, and that's the success story. Trust is very important, and working on all these things is very important. Please never forget the importance of working on yourself consistently. She only got results because she had been doing everything for a prolonged period of time. She was someone who loved scripting. She was someone who loved visualizing, and we used all those tools to eventually get her to the place where she has to be. So take motivation from this success story if you have to. Understand that if it can happen for her, it can happen for anyone. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.